anyways. I think they all just listen to my voice. It would be. All right, let's start corpse pose today. So welcome. Let's close our eyes. Press our full backs into the floor. Maybe we have to move some skin around. Maybe we need to move our glutes so that we can really sink our low back into the floor. Pulling our chin slightly towards our chest, really lengthening through our spine, pressing that power through the crown of the head, but letting the knees fall open so that we really relax our pelvis here. And just get comfortable. Taking deep inhales through the nose. And exhale through the nose. We use this time to just slow our breathing. Kind of let our thoughts go. Just starting to focus on the inhale, taking the breath all the way to the base of the stomach, the top of our pelvic bone. And then exhaling, pressing all of that air out. Take a big, deep inhale and bring the knees to the chest in wind relieving pose, rocking back and forth and side to side. Sticking to the breath here, not holding our breath, allowing thoughts to come in and out, but letting them go. Not holding one thought for very long. Let's cross our ankles, take a deep inhale, and let's exhale, come to seated. From here, let's roll onto all fours, stacking the wrists under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Taking a deep inhale, let's drop the low back, open the chest, into cow. And then exhale, round through the belly, pulling the belly button to spine, rounding the shoulders, pulling the chin to chest, into cat. And we're continuing through this. Let's inhale, come to neutral spine, taking a deep inhale. Let's exhale, look over our right shoulder. Now we're trying not to drop our hips to one side. We're trying to keep the weight equally here so we get that nice side bend. And then inhaling to neutral. Exhale, other way. Back to neutral. Exhale over the right side again. Inhaling to neutral. Exhaling the opposite way. And coming back to neutral. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale, press back into child's pose. Just sinking down into this posture, knowing that it's here whenever you need. Let's exhale. Think about pressing our glutes closer to our heels on every exhale and walking our hands just a little bit further away from us. Inhale, let's come back up on all fours. We're going to just shift the right knee a little closer to the left knee. Inhale, lift the left leg, followed by the right hand in the balancing pat. Now, we don't want to lift that leg way up that we end up falling forward. We want that foot to be pressed down towards the floor, pulling the belly button into spine. We really want to activate that glute to hold the leg up. So we're not using our low back here. We're really activating that glute. And let that down and switch sides. Inhale, pulling that belly button in. Really activating the core in this posture. Think about rolling the baby toe out towards the edge of the mat so that we're not taking the weight into one hip. It'll help us even out our hips here. And set down. Let's inhale, lift the other side. Now we're going to place the hand down. And then we're going to follow with that toe, just setting it on the ground. We're going to inhale, lift and squeeze and set down, just little taps. So really activating that glute muscle. Little squeeze at the top. We're going to burn our glutes out a little. So we're not swinging, we're really lifting and squeezing. So we have to take that pause at the top to really squeeze and activate the glute. Now hold it up. We're going to lift, squeeze, move it to the outside, tap, move it to the center, cross, and tap. So it's a lift and little movement. Going to get all parts of that glute. So we really want to think about squeezing in the center there. So that glute's likely getting tired. We're going to burn it out on the next movement. All right, hold it up. Now we're going to little circle to the outside. Three, two, and set it down. Press back to child's pose. And back up. Let's lift for balancing cat posture just for a breath or two. And set that hand down. Now we're going to tap and squeeze. Who felt their glute burnout? There was no like moaning or, I was like, maybe it wasn't long enough. So this one, you're gonna start to feel the supporting leg more. It's already tired. All right, let's hold it up. Squeeze up, tap, up, tap, up. And hold up, little circles to the outside. Three, two, and set it down. Let's press back to child's pose. Now, option to stay in child's pose or walk the fingertips a little further away from you. Inhale, turn the toes under, and press the bent knee, downward facing dog. Let's start to pedal the feet here and walk the dog. And let's sink into our fall down dog. Pressing our heels down, pulling our hips up, pressing our underarms towards our big toes. Weight at the fingertips, through the fingers, not the heels of the hands. All right, we're gonna warm up a little quicker. I know we're feeling warm, but we're gonna inhale, look up and shift to plank or half plank. Hold, and then exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale, plank or half plank. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna continue like this with your breath. And let's settle into down dog. Let's breathe through a heat series, inhaling, looking up, shifting to plank or half plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Let's just inhale the cobra. And exhale to down dog or child's pose. Let's inhale, walk the hands towards the feet. Forward fold here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let's inhale, circle sweep all the way up. And exhale, press into the heels, into chair. Inhale, exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's place the hands on the floor and walk to plank or half plank. Holding here. Now we can choose to stay here or we're gonna do a spider crawl. So inhale, right foot comes up. Option to do a push-up. Step back, opposite foot, hold it, or little push-up. And let's hold plank, shift forward, exhale, slowly lower. Inhaling to the up position of your choice, and exhaling to down dog or child's pose. Let's inhale, walk the hands towards the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhaling to chair. Placing our hands on the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's place the hands on the floor and walk to plank or half plank. From here, we're gonna switch to side plank. Now we can option to put our knee down in side plank, or we're gonna try to stack the feet. Now, if I can get my balance, the advanced option to this would be to lift the top leg. And let's set that hand down. Inhale, exhale, other way. And set down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhaling to our up position. And exhaling to down dog or child's pose. Just taking a moment to slow the breath. Let's inhale, look up, and step or jump to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's place the hands on the floor and step the right foot back, lowering the knee to the floor, and inhaling to dragon lunge or crescent lunge. Option with your hands, wherever is comfortable. I really like to put my hands on my hips for this one and feel my body shift forward. Really getting into that stretch here. Good, from here, let's place the right hand beside the left foot. Turn the back toe under, lifting off the ground and opening to the left side. Now option to stay here, or we're gonna inhale, reach under the armpit and open. Reaching under and open. Total option for you. We can always lower that knee, that back knee to the floor. If that stretch is too much, you choose where you're at today. And let's set that hand down. And let's step to plank or half plank. Option to press right to downward dog or child's pose, or breathe through heat series. Inhale, let's look up and step the right foot in between our hands. lower the knee, and inhale up to our crescent lunge or dragon lunge. Front knee is right over the front ankle. Drive the pelvis forward. Let's plant that left hand beside the right knee. Turn the back toe under, lift up, and open to the right side. Now, option to stay here, or inhale under the armpit, and exhale, open. And let's set that hand down, stepping back to plank or half plank. Option to breathe through a heat series. Inhale, let's look up and step or jump to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweeping all the way up. And exhaling to chair. Shouldn't have hands at heart center. Really think about pulling the pelvis towards the nose, like thinking to scoop the pelvis up towards the nose to really flatten that back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place our hands on the floor and step the right foot back, pivoting slightly to the side of the room. And inhaling to warrior one. Checking that that front knee is right over the front ankle. Turn the hips to be parallel to the corners of the mat. Back foot fully planted, facing more forward than sideways. Deep inhale. Let's bring the hands to the floor and step to plank or half plank. Holding here. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhaling to our up position. And exhaling to down dog or child pose. Just taking a moment here, enjoying this posture. Inhale, let's look up and step the right foot between the hands. Pivot the left. And inhaling to warrior one. Front knees over the front ankle. Check those hips. Choose your hand position. Really think about pressing out through the top of the head towards the ceiling to lengthen the spine. Let's inhale, bring the hands to the floor, stepping back to plank or half plank, breathing through our heat series. Now, option to stay here, but if you want to challenge your heart rate and your core, we're going to inhale, shift to plank, and exhale back to down dog, and we're going to do that again. Now, holding plank here. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, really challenge yourself to lower slow. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to down dog or child pose. Slow that breath a little. Inhale, looking up and stepping the left foot in between the hands. Pivoting the right. Inhaling to warrior one. Deep inhale. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Maybe feeling it in your arms more than you thought. Now really avoid reaching forward here. Think about pulling the torso right over the pelvis. Always have the option to choose heart center. But if we are choosing our arms out, pulling our biceps and triceps together. I know my triceps have been feeling tonight. Whew. And let's challenge ourselves. Think a little deeper, keeping that front knee right over the front ankle. Really targeting that quad here. So some Pyo-inspired moves. Let's bring our hands to the floor, turn our toes out to the side of the mat, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, let's come up and walk towards the back of our mat, pivoting our back foot slightly, and inhaling to warrior one. Deep inhale, exhale, opening to warrior two. Front knee stays right over that front ankle. Full back foot's on the floor. Try not to let the outer edge of the foot roll off the mat. Really actively press it into the floor. Hold that belly button in to help you balance. Always turn the palms up. Feel those shoulders shift out of the ears, and then turn them back. We really want to avoid dropping that bottom or that back arm. Keep it level. Feeling it in that quad. Let's bring the hands to the floor, turn the feet to face the side of the mat. Wide legs, forward fold. Let's inhale, walk back to the front of the mat, pivot the back foot, warrior one. Deep inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, let's lengthen that front leg, not locking the knee out. Exhale, reach over, dropping the bottom arm and opening the top arm up into triangle, stacking the shoulders here. Now, always have the option to place the hand on the hip. And we really want to go for a straight side body here. It's more important that we stack our shoulders than we touch the floor. So if we're touching the floor and we feel that top arm kind of fall over us, and we're unable to stack the shoulders, just come up a little. Form is much more important than depth. Pull that belly button in, and I like to think about pressing that top hip, that right hip out, so that we're thinking about pressing our back into a wall, and another wall squishing us so that we're totally flat here. Let's bring the hand down, turning the toes, wide leg, forward fold. Inhale, let's walk towards the back of the mat, pivot the back foot to the front of the room. Inhale, warrior one. Deep inhale, exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen the front leg. Exhale, reach over, triangle. Let's bring our hands back to the floor, turn to face the side of the mat, wide leg, forward fold. Inhale, let's walk the hands towards the front of the mat, stepping back to plank or half plank. Option for a heat series here. Let's step the left knee in between us, followed by the right knee crossing the ankle, and then slowly rolling into seated position. So from here, we're going to work through both. So option one, feet out in front of us, heels are on the floor, and hands behind us. Now, for some people, me, after my babies, this feels difficult. Now we can start by lifting one foot at a time. or we can go right into a supported boat or full boat. So option, wherever you're at, no shame, can take breaks as you need. And let's set down, hug those knees. This works for a C curve. So for this one, you want to bring your legs a little further away from you, heels on the floor. We're going to bring the hands up. Exhale, curve the back towards the floor, and then inhale, shoot up. And let's hold back. Bring the knees to the chest and slowly roll to wind relieving pose. Just rocking back and forth and side to side. Now we have burned our core pretty good. So if you just want to stay in wind relieving pose, totally an option. But if you want, we're going to work through a Velcro crunch. Inhaling, taking the arms over the head after we put our feet on the floor. So feet right on the floor, knees up. Inhale, take the hands over the head. And exhale, slowly roll one vertebrae at a time up. Really trying to keep those feet on the floor, inhaling at the top and exhaling, slowly rolling. Let's do one more just for good measure. And let's squeeze the knees in, stretching that back, stretching the chest. And let's slowly walk those toes back, rolling in to our wind relieving pose. Rocking back and forth from side to side. Let's set the left foot on the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee, reach through the window in reclined pigeon. Now keeping both feet flexed in this posture and breathing deeply into the right hip. Let's squeeze both knees back to the chest, wind relieving pose. And setting the right foot on the floor, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, reaching through the window. Both feet stay flexed here. Inhale, pulling both knees to the chest, rocking back and forth, side to side. Let's cross the ankles, deep inhale, exhale to seated position. From here, let's take our feet out straight in front of us. Deep inhale, exhale, forward fold. Let's get those hamstrings. Inhale it, slowly walk the hands up. We're going to cross the right and left foot over the right leg. Inhale, lift up, right hand on the left knee, and turn towards the left side. Inhale, let's slowly untwist. Switching sides, crossing the right over the left. Inhale, lengthen that back. And exhale, turn in. Bottom foot stays flexed. Good. Let's bring those feet back out. We're going to take them wide. Deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to move towards the right foot, taking that left hand overhead as much as we can to get that side body stretch. Now we really want to think about actively pressing both sit bones into the floor here. And let's inhale, come up. Deep inhale, exhale over the opposite way. Some days we're going to have more flexibility than others. But we really want to feel that stretch through the back, through the lat. We're going to do this one more time. So just bring the hands down. This time, more than focus on the legs, we're really going to focus on those big back muscles. So those muscles that run down the sides of our back, our lats. We're going to inhale, come up, and more than reaching that toe, really think about actively pressing that left hand out towards the toe or up. Good, and feel it in that back muscle. We use our lats so much in yoga, we don't even think about it. I know I think about it like 3 days later. Let's come up and over. And let's slowly come up. Bring the pads of our feet together and bound angle pose. So hinging from the hips, moving forward. Now we've already stretched those inner thighs. So this stretch might feel easier than sometimes. Maybe it's feeling harder today. But we want to think about pressing the knees towards the ground, pressing the pads of the feet together, and pressing our chest, not our chin, towards our feet. Inhale, let's come up just a little, and then exhale, come a little deeper into this. And inhale, let's slowly come up. Just cross the knees, really stretch out the neck. So pressing the left shoulder down, right ear to right shoulder, pulling the shoulders up, back and down. Really think about pressing that ear to the chest, or ear to the shoulder. Getting a nice neck stretch here. And rolling through to the other side. Press that right shoulder down, left ear to left shoulder. And coming to the center, chin to chest, really stretching through the back of the neck, into the traps and the rhomboids. And let's slowly come up, let's just roll them back. And then let's just stretch the shoulders. I feel like we just need a good stretch. Good. Let's take that shoulder over, or the elbow over the head. Right. Just roll it out, other side. And elbow overhead. And let's roll it out. Slowly, we're going to move to our corpse position. So if you want to put your sweaters or socks on now, you can. We're going to keep those knees up just for one more stretch. I'm just going to end our postures with one more back twist. So taking the hands out to side in T position, deep inhale. Exhale, let's let the knees float to the left side, pressing the right shoulder into the floor. And think about pressing the right knee closer and closer to the left leg. And starting to feel not only that stretch and twist through the back, but a stretch through the hips and hip flexor. Inhaling, bringing those knees up, and exhaling, letting the knees float the other way. Maybe you get a little pop in the spine. That's okay. Feels nice. Let's inhale, come up. We're going to go once more each direction, not quite as long. So exhale, let them go the other way. Inhale, bringing those knees up. Exhale, last movement here. Inhale, bring those knees up. And then come to a comfortable corpse position. So maybe that's bound angle feet. Maybe that's legs straight out. I know some people like to cross their feet in corpse position. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Same thing with the hands, choosing your hand position. People like to place them on the abdomen. I like to place them beside me, palms up. Let's really think about pressing those upper back, lower back into the floor, moving those glutes around so that we can really sink our full leg into the floor. Chin coming slightly towards the chest. We're just going to spend these next few moments coming back to our breath. Inhale, take the left hand overhead and slowly roll to the left side of the body. From here, placing the right hand on the floor and slowly pressing ourselves up into a seated position. Keeping our eyes closed for a moment or two here, just breathing in our seated position, keeping those shoulders back, chin and neck in line with the spine. Take one deep inhale and sigh it out. When you're ready, slowly blinking your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Namaste.